Hey y'all, I'm back with a DIY project, and this time I'm going to be sharing how I created these Project Life cards with a couple of stamp sets. I have done a stamping Project Life card video before, but it's been a few years actually, so I thought it'd be fun to do another one, especially because I got these awesome autumn stamp sets from Feature Craft, and I'll link the shop down below. And I'm just going to start by using a few of the little sentiments and the images to just kind of mimic some of the colors that are in the cards or the printables that come with the kit. And so I had previously taken those cards out, and they're actually over to the left side of my desk, and I decided to try to color match as much as possible. And I'm just using these Kelly Perky inks that I got in a pack a while back, and I'm also using some Studio Calico Gold by Colorbox, and then I'm using the Pale Tomato ink by Hero Arts. Also my favorite go-to ink, which is the VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and I use that to stamp out this really pretty F that says favorite, and then I'm going to go right over that with a gray tone, kind of a warmer gray tone color with another sentiment, and I thought that really turned out cute. And that's probably one of my favorite ones, even though it's the most simple. For this card, I'm using the leaf image, and I'm just using the outline leaf image. I love the In a Creative Bubble stamp set, which is the one I'm mainly using. I only pull a couple of things from the other stamp set that we got in our September kit. But one of the things I love is that there are outline and inline stamps, so you can kind of play with the layering of these. So for instance, for this one, I'm using the inside of the stamp of that leaf, that same leaf from the prior card. And then I'm going to go in with the top, or like kind of the lines of the leaf or the texture, and use my yellow, wait, am I using yellow? No, I'm using the gray toned ink to go over that, just to kind of add a little something. It's hard to see from or at least for me, it's hard to see because my screen is smaller. But I just love the way that one turned out as well. And I'm also keeping in mind what kind of cards I like to pull. So like if I get Project Life cards, which ones do I, pull the most? The colorful ones? Do I pull like simple ones? And so of course I'm showing you guys a variety, but I'm creating cards that I like. So keep that in mind when you guys create yours. And this is so easy. This took me maybe 20 minutes. It may have been a little longer than that. Of course, you have to clean your stamps, and well, I guess you don't have to clean your stamps, but I typically try to. And it's a little bit of like thought when it comes to what type of design and stuff you want to do, but overall, it's a pretty easy process. So for this one, I really kind of wanted to do a fun little gradient or ombre type look, even though it's not the same color tone. But I just love the way that turned out. I did not know how it would turn out because I kind of played with it before and it didn't really look great. But I love that green, the mixture of the green, the yellow, and the orange. And you can simply do that just by having a couple of different color of inks on hand. So I don't really need to explain this one very much because all I did was take several of the ink colors, or pretty much all the ones that I'm using besides the gray and the black, and I just simply stamped the little box Family Time all over. This one is also one of my favorites. I simply stamped So Much to Be Grateful For at the top, and that actually came in the Feature Craft stamp set kit thing. So basically there's two stamp sets that I'm using. The main one that I'm using is the In a Creative Bubble stamp set and she paired up with Feature Craft, and that's sold on Feature Craft's website, and then also the Feature Craft stamp set for September. So both of them came out in September, but I'm using mainly the In a Creative Bubble one. which has the different patterns of leaves and things like that. So for that other one, while I was talking, I was just stamping out numbers, and that way I can kind of go through the things that I'm grateful for that week. This one was also fun. When I think of cards that I like, I always think of cards that have that are simple but have color, if that makes sense. So the top of the cards, a few of mine that I've created pretty much have, some sort of icon or some sort of sentiment at the top. And so that's what I did with that previous one, and I'm doing the same thing with this one as well. Here are the final cards. I had so much fun creating these. I will be using these probably in the next few videos, not in the next few videos, but I'll be using them in an upcoming video, if that makes sense. So stay tuned for that, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.